up, my warrior family? I wanted to come to you really quickly and discuss some things that have been going on with me this past couple weeks, and let it serve as a warning, so to speak, to you, because I just want you to be aware, and I felt like I should share. So let's see, last week, 2 weeks ago, I started to feel kind of bad. But when you have chronic pain, chronic illness, feeling bad is par for the course, so to speak. I had been experiencing some symptoms for a few months maybe that were kind of outside of the norm for me. I was dizzy, and my hair had fallen out. I mean, like, really, really bad. And so I've been wearing wigs almost exclusively because all this hair is gone. I know it looked like I got hair, but that's just a comb over, as the folks can say. It's not any hair right there. And so it's almost no hair there. It's sparse, very, very sparse. Not even enough. I started off when it first started coming out wearing clip-ins, textured clip-ins to kind of fill it in. But now I don't even have enough hair to cover the clip-ins. So I knew that something was going on. But again, like you said, various symptoms, par for the course, go on about my business. So about 2 weeks ago, last Sunday, I started to get some cramping. And I just assumed, normal monthly cramps. It was about that time, and so I didn't really phase it. By Monday, I had started to be more dizzy, just kind of feeling disoriented, kind of whatever. And so, not disoriented because my mind was with me, but I just, I thought maybe I was getting sick. Maybe I was getting a sinus infection, something like that. And so the cramping got worse. So maybe I got a UTI. I did a telehealth visit and got some antibiotics and started that. Tuesday, cramping got worse. I did azo. Now y'all know, if you got chronic pain, chronic illness, you got most of the meds at the house, and the doctor ain't finna tell you nothing you ain't never heard before, so you ain't quick to run to the doctor for stuff. Wednesday, I couldn't hardly stand up straight. So at this point, I'm like, what is this for real? This is the worst UTI I've ever had. Mind you, I ain't had no UTI in at least 20 years, but I thought, just trying to make it make sense, as they could say. Wednesday, I started with fever and chills. So, I go to Dr. Google and say, well, you can have a fever and chills with UTI. Let me continue to take this antibiotic. Wednesday night, so much pain, couldn't sleep. Went through Thursday, still trying to, make it do what it do. Just could not hardly move. The fatigue, whatever. So I thought maybe it was because I wasn't drinking my Monster drinks. Because I had laid off on the energy drinks, knowing that, they wasn't helping the UTI. So I thought maybe, I was just trying to make it make sense, y'all. Thursday night, couldn't sleep. By Friday morning, I said I gotta go to the ER. I go to the ER, I have a fever. Blood pressure, sky high. I'm talking 180 something over 120. Pulse rate, 120, 130. Pulse ox, 80 something. So my numbers are just off. They putting in IVs. They doing all kind of stuff. Can y'all see my bruise from my IV? That's one IV. Can you see these? Can you see? I don't know if you can see them. I put you some pictures in there. There they go. They had 2 IVs running. Okay, y'all. They got magnesium something going in one, trying to get my blood pressure down. They got fluids trying to get my pulse. They just doing all kind of stuff. And they gave me morphine for the pain, so of course that helps me sleep. Fast forward, they come back and say, they did blood cultures in the top of both of my hands. You have bacteria in your blood, septicemia. So I'm like, what? From the UTI? Now I knew what septicemia was, and I knew it was very dangerous, and it just didn't make sense to me. So y'all, they ended up admitting me to the hospital. And I stayed in the hospital for 4 days. Finally got my fever to break. But blood pressure was still sky high. You know, the lowest they seemed to be able to get it, the bottom number was 101. Pulse rate, even in the middle of the night when they wake me up, still high. So yeah, I still have some health concerns, some further testing that's required. They did CT scans looking for kidney stones. I had ultrasound. Baby, they did it all, trying to find the source of the infection. And so in that process, they found some things that were concerning to them in my abdomen. What do they call it? A mass. But they cannot even treat it until I get through these 2 weeks of antibiotics for the septicemia. And so I just wanted to tell you all, if you don't know what septicemia is, look it up and you'll see lots of things about organ damage and amputations and death even. It is very, very serious. And so I want to encourage you all that if you do not feel right in your body, if you know that something is wrong, be persistent and go see about yourself. That's what self-care looks like. Not getting your toes and nails done, which is great. But if you get your toes and nails done and you running a fever and got pain and won't go to the hospital, that's insanity. Don't be like that, okay? I could have died at home, self-diagnosing. Don't do that. All right, I love y'all. Remember to choose joy.